Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil.
Hello. Welcome back.
No, I'm back from the wilds of Alaska.
And AJ, I just saw you. Good evening.
Hi.
How are you? AJ did an awesome job co-hosting with me last fortnight, Annie.
I'm sure she did.
I promise we were well behaved, not.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that for a second. I would expect you to be completely and utterly naughty because that's just how you guys roll, and I'm happy with that. Happy. So my journey was wonderful.
Your journey.
I was standing on the outside of a boat with its foghorn going because you couldn't even see the bloody ocean because it was so misty and raining so much. And I was looking for bears, and I'm thinking, if I was a bear, I would stay in my cave. There is no way I would get up. I'd stick my wee head out the window, and I would say, "Nah, I'm going back to bed." So yes, and at one point I was standing on the deck of a ship, going, "Here, moosey, moosey, moosey." No moosies, no moosies.
And have you seen? I was thinking of you. Have you seen Sue's posts?
Oh yes, and I'm so jealous.
Oh no, we've only seen
these.
She's so jealous.
And the weather's lovely. Oh, I know. I sent her a message. I said, I'm so jealous. But we were well behaved. Not a hope. Thank you, Wendy. I met the most beautiful people. And you know our little seeds, our little life seeds. Well, I've got them now. They're in Nova Scotia, they're in Ontario, they're in Toronto, they're in Guatemala.
Awesome.
They're in Victoria, Vancouver, they're in Ketchikan, they're in Juneau, and they're in the other one that I can't remember where the hell I went. But I went there and I planted them. Yeah. So, I've got a story. This is just a beautiful story. The week before we got there was a landslide in Ketchikan, and there was a couple of houses taken out. And literally, there was 3 houses just absolutely demolished. And when we got there, you could see where all this had come down the hill. 1 week later, the people who owned the house that got flattened weren't there when it all fell down on them. Wow. But their puppies were there. 1 week later, because the whole town, there's only about 800 people live there. Yeah. And the whole town was digging to see if they could find the puppies. So on the Sunday after the avalanche, they had to do it really gently so that they didn't cause it again. Yeah. So they pulled the door off, and on the couch were these 2 wee puppies just sitting there. They'd been there for a whole week with no food and no water. And when the roof came down, it
Oh
came
my
down
God.
and the back of the couch caught it. So
So
it
just
was
in
like,
a pocket.
they had a
So they had
pocket.
oxygen, they had a little pocket happening.
Yep.
Wow.
So they found
That's
the two wee babies. And the first thing I said was, "Did you give them a row for being on the couch?" It was
yeah,
but you know, like you can rebuild a house.
yeah, but
The thought of your
the
puppies
things you
getting
can't,
squished,
the things
you
you
know.
can't replace. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that
heartbreaking.
was just this huge celebration when that happened. Like everybody was just
Yeah,
in raptures, you
but
know.
lucky they weren't there too.
Yeah,
Like just the way things work sometimes.
yeah,
That
yeah.
meant to be there. There you go. Kathy said she planted one today.
And Gail
That's
planted
awesome.
5.
Yes,
And
and I
I mean,
saw Gail took us on a bit of a walk on her
yes, I
page
saw that.
as well, which was lovely.
Yeah.
As
And
she did.
Sophia's got some.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to
And
put some too.
Bubble Girl Colleen is with us here tonight. She's actually at my house, sitting in my office area, still on the job, even though she's on holidays up here. Good, she's amazing. So I was able to give her a couple of the seeds of light that we're using, so that she can take them back to Sydney with her as well.
Awesome. And Myrtle's got some. I've just ordered some more because I was handing them out like lollies.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you live? Plant this. Where do you live? Plant this. Being Scottish woman.
Which
So
is
yes.
awesome. And I don't think we've got Nate here with us because he's madly doing rehearsals at the moment. Um, yes, but he'd be pleased to hear that it's getting out everywhere. So I need to pass that back to Kachina, who I think
Yeah.
you'll be catching up with soon too, because she left
Yeah,
something
well,
behind in
when
your
I've
place.
got some time. Yeah.
So that will
I'll
be a
do
good
that.
thing. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Myrtle. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Gail. Hi, AJ. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Shelley. Shelley, hello. Where are you? Are you back? Are you in the country, or are you overseas somewhere?
Last I saw, she was in Ireland, and I thought she was
Oh
going to.
no.
I thought she was going to Canada.
Yeah.
So I
But
don't know
hi,
where she
Shelley.
is.
Lovely to see you. Hi, Esther. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for coming in and joining us. So, because we missed Annie, sort of said to her, "Are you home?" It was the most awesome trip. I love those photos. And I was telling Annie I had a little bit of a deja vu. I've got to go back and have another look at one of the photos because I felt like I'd been there before, even though I know I haven't been there. So I've got to go back and check out that photo. But anyway, because Annie's been off, having this wonderful holiday of hers in Alaska.
Going to make me work tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to make her work tonight. She's doing both the meditation and she's leading our topic tonight.
Well.
You won't go away again, will you?
Never. I've been thinking about this because I used to teach. I did volunteer work, and I did it like in the prisons, and I did it in both the male and female prisons. And I used to do this thing with them, where I got them to write how they were, and positive things, because there's nothing positive about being in prison, And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, if I ask people what they're not confident in, they would probably come up with 5 foolscap pages.
Mm.
And if I ask them to tell me what they excel in, or what they're really confident that they can do, then it would be maybe 3 things.
Yeah.
And this is universal. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are. Every single person has that lack of confidence. And what's really interesting is, like, I was doing readings today, and there was people there who were readers, and they've kind of dropped out of it because of circumstances. And these people are phenomenal. They're really tuned in, and they're saying, "Well, it's been a wee while since I've done it, and I don't know if I can do it anymore." And I'm thinking, stop it. And I keep reading about affirmations. Like my thing around them, I'm going to actually pick on Esther because, oh, she's lost sound.
Oh, she's lost sound.
I don't know. I think
Does any-
everybody else has got us.
Can everyone else hear us? Colleen, can you just nod your head? Yeah. Okay.
Well, now that Esther can't hear me, I'm going to pick on her because for me, in Australia, there's this tall poppy syndrome, and you're taught not to big note yourself, and you're taught not to, it's all about this modesty and all that kind of stuff.
Australia's
And
terrible for that. When
yeah,
people get up, they do tear them
they
down.
knock them down. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, that is also universal,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And the other thing that happens an awful lot is that if you do something that's spectacular or you're living your best life, people knock that and say, oh, you're just lucky. And luck has nothing to do with it. Anybody who's got anywhere has worked their butt off to get there, you know? But it's that negative nonsense that comes into your head.
Yeah.
And, you know, like for every negative thought, they're easy. I don't know if I did this. Like you'll be lying in bed at night, oh my God, I said that with my out loud voice and have it upset somebody and oh, I'll never be able to show my face again and bloody bullshit, you know.
Critical self-analysis, which can help because we do learn from things, but that constant negative self-talk
Yeah.
is not a good thing. Yeah.
No.
So yeah. So what were you were going to pick on Esther?
I was going to pick on Esther.
Sorry, Esther. You're going to be sorry you sound back lovely.
Yeah. I was going to do it when you couldn't hear me. I was actually going to pick on Esther and Nate because they're easy. Because for me, your affirmation, you know, you can go onto the internet and it'll say, I am strong and worthy. I am this, that, and the other, blah, 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 you know. But for me, it's got to be something that is absolutely meaningful to that person, you know. So for Esther, oh, she's. Thank you, Jesus.
Maybe she's just pretending.
Jesus, take the wheel. For Esther and Nate, my thing for them would be, I am a prolific writer. Words come to me quickly and easily because both of them had written their books and both of them faffed around because it's that confidence thing, you know. And then when she was doing her book signing and everything, like it's just gone gangbusters.
Yeah.
So, and it's that I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if I'm enough. I don't know this, that, or the other. You know, for me, I'm on this road. I'm really good at being psychic, and I'm really good at messing with my cards. That I've got down pat. But it's the mediumship side.
Esther, did you get to write that down? Were you fast enough to write that down, lovely? I had to get Annie to say it again slowly. It was awesome.
I am a prolific writer. Words come to me quickly and easily. And I'm trying to level up into mediumship. So mine would be, I am a powerful medium. I connect with spirit effortlessly and get clear messages. Now, anytime I've got people here, and this happened this week as well, this lady said, can you tell me who's with me? And my first thing was, oh, I'm a psychic, I'm not a medium. And that was what I said. And then I thought, my guides are hearing I'm a psychic, not a medium. She doesn't want to be a medium, does she? Because she can't do it. You know, and I thought, well, you stop it, women. You know, so it takes 21 days to change your thinking. And every time a negative thought comes in, that's when you need to change your thinking. So what I'm going to do with you tonight is I'm going to do a little meditation. And when we get to the end of the meditation, then I'm going to explain why I've done what I've done. And then you need your journals because I think because this is going to be such a personal thing, yes, your journals, such a personal thing for you, you're going to have to play with the words a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was where I thought, and then what I would like you to do is I would like you to maybe, if you feel any difference or if you feel any changes or you think, you know, your energy has shifted or you've improved or you've met your goals in one area or another, I'd just like you to share it, maybe on our Facebook pages or in our chat group. So, and that'll be like 3 weeks away. So Katrina says that if anyone comes to you to do something, you can do it even if you don't know it yet. Yeah, it's see, I just think I can't, Gail. You know, and when I did, I actually used Kerrie's cards, her messages from spirit cards, and had this lady in tears because I said to her, look, this is for you. Yes, it is. And I got the explanation of what it meant. And then once I'd done that, and it's my cards that are my security blanket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're, whether it's your cards or my cards or whatever, they're my security blanket. They're my validation to me that I can actually do this, which
Yeah.
is dumb, you know, and I know it's dumb. So this
Yeah.
is about tailoring
It's,
stuff to meet you. And it doesn't need to be a sort of spirity thing. It can be in any area of your life whatsoever,
mm-hmm.
like Esther with their writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Amanda's just said she did it with Kerrie's cards when she's giving messages. Again, the cards are the security blanket. There's a two-way thing to that though, because when you use the cards, you don't scare people because it's tangible.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, so that's where that sits. Esther, if you don't use tools, that's a level of confidence that I'm aspiring to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where I'm heading. And that's why I've got that really powerful meditation. And it's like I am a powerful medium. The I am is the alpha and omega. It's the beginning and the
Yeah,
end. I
that's
am
right.
is a really, really powerful statement.
Mm-hmm.
All churches have the I am. The
That's
Bible
right.
has the I am. The I
Mm-hmm.
am is because you're part of the divine source. I am links you straight to the divine source.
Yeah,
Makes sense, Kerrie?
absolutely it does. Absolutely
Yeah.
it does. And look, this is exciting, and you're right, Annie. The more that you don't go with the standard I am, right? Because you got a lot of standard I ams out there. The more you personalize it to yourself, just as with anything else, you're putting energy into that.
Mm.
And so it's connecting also with your vibration because it's your energy into that affirmation because it's personalized. And I think that's what makes it so much more powerful to actually really take that approach with it.
Yeah, no, I want to put that back up. Mirani has just said it's hard to see yourself successfully. If I came out to where you work, Mirani, or I went to where you sing and I asked people about you, I would get raves.
Mm-hmm.
She's done this for us. She's done that. She's changed my life. All that stuff. And, you know, again, that's that I must be modest. There's a level of humbleness, but there's also a level of acknowledgement of your skills. You know, you don't work yourself to death and then say, oh, it was nothing, because it's not ever nothing, ever. No matter what you do, it's never, ever nothing. Like, I think Gail says something around this. It's even like, I thank the girls that pack my groceries at the checkout because I don't want to do it myself and I want them to keep their jobs. And I tell them, I appreciate you doing this for me because I hate doing it on my own. You haven't trained me how to work your self-service things, you know? And they sort of go, thank you. So nothing that you ever do, every teeny weeny thing that you do has a ripple effect. So,
Correct.
you know, and if you think about the people that you've worked with, especially in the areas that you work in, because you're working within the Indigenous community, the amount, sometimes, like both Kerrie and I have worked in community, and sometimes you don't know the impact because it's not instant. But I've met people 5 or 6 years later who have marched up to me and said, you changed my life. And all I'll ever say to them is, I was there, right words, right time, you were ready,
Yeah.
you know. But it doesn't
Yeah.
negate the fact that I facilitated that and I helped that. Yeah, there it is, Gail. Thank you. Everything you do matters, every little thing for now and later. And that's
Mm-hmm.
true, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
even smiling at somebody or having a chat with somebody that they might not have anybody else to talk to, it matters and it's got a ripple effect, you know. So that's
Yeah.
why I think it's important that we recognize what we do and we recognize that we have power,
Yeah.
we have energy that we share. And every time we do that, it
Mm-hmm.
empowers other people. And I mean, that's Kerrie and I's mission in life. We're not the oracles. We want to empower everybody that comes in contact with us.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just with our card readings, we want to give people hope.
Yeah. Yeah. And step them very much back into their own power to
Yeah.
understand that actually anything that really you want to aspire to is within your grasp, as long as it's up to you. You know, like you can't be uh, so reliant on other people's opinions or thoughts. And it's that self-care. But I totally understand what Marani's saying with that.
Mm,
You know, we're not good at the self-love stuff. We're not necessarily good at that, sitting back and going, oh, I'm going to pat myself on the back for that. And just a little story of how that actually changed for me one day. And that was, and it was in the corporate world actually, is there's so much that you actually do or achieve in that, but it's just a day's business, you know, and other people don't give you accolades for what you do. It's just your job. And then I thought, well, actually, I don't need accolades from other people. I can have a self satisfaction in myself to say, hey, I did pretty good at that.
mm,
And just to open that side up to say, hey, I actually did pretty good at that. Or actually, that was a good thing that just happened. Or, you know, that was a good way that I helped that person. Acknowledge it to yourself, because you would do it for your staff. You would do it for anyone else that you work with. You would acknowledge that. But to give yourself that pat on the back, you don't really need the acknowledgement from anybody else. And that started a pattern of actually learning that appreciation for actually, you know what, you're a pretty good person. Oh, actually, you're fairly clever with what you can do. Actually, you're really good at even in the workplace, empowering other people and lifting them up to their full potential.
mm.
So, you know, look at your own traits in that way and subtly start to bring that in if you struggle with it.
Yeah, like with exactly what Kerrie's just said, with that self-love thing, I can't look in the mirror and say I love you. Like I just think I just doesn't work for me. You know, it's like duh, you know. But I can and journal this. You know, like I read for a lady today who was miserable when she arrived, and by the time she had left, she was laughing and she was happy and she was looking forward to next year. You know, and that was from a half-hour reading, and
Mm-hmm.
that like she went from to I'm really excited, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and so I helped that lady along the way. I gave her
Yeah,
hope. Like she's in the middle of a horrible mess, but by Christmas it will be sorted, you
yeah,
know. And it was like, next year you'll be okay. You've just got to
yeah.
ride the wave
That's
to the end of the year, you know. And
mm,
that's exactly what Esther's saying. I
yeah.
don't celebrate myself for
Like myself.
achievements. Like you should be running around the streets going, woohoo, I'm an author. You silly
Yeah,
woman. You know,
absolutely.
like
And but that's, it's such an honest statement though, because
yeah,
many people don't do that. And what we do is we strive to do something. So like your achievement there, Esther, you know, we were part of your journey of I mean, every time I think we did the readings shows that would come out, will you just stop it and finish this book, you know, you've got this, right, hand it over. um, that just came through for you, came through for you, came through for you. And but we, as part of that journey, saw you striving to put the best into that, right?
mm,
And then it came out and you had the launch and it's all of that. But instead of sort of maybe celebrating that, and I hope you really did celebrate that, you should have, we then go, okay, what's next?
mm,
But hang on, how many years did we just put into creating that? But that's the natural tendency. It's next, next, next.
Mm,
So sometimes old-fashioned saying, right? Stop and smell the roses
yeah,
for a minute.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
enjoy it.
Stand in that light for a little minute and go, hey, I did that. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's take you now that I've nagged you for 20 minutes. Um, let's take you through the meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'd like you to do is get comfy, shut your eyes. I want you to focus on your feet, relax your feet, let the muscles go slack. Let your calves and your knees go slack. Let your thighs and your buttocks go slack. And breathe. Tighten up your tummy and let it drop. Feel the muscles all through your torso, softening and relaxing. Come up through your chest and your shoulder blades. Let everything go loose. Let everything go soft. There's nowhere you need to be. There's nothing you need to do. All you need to do is breathe. Lift your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them. Let the muscles in your arms go slack. Let your hands and your fingers go slack. Wiggle your head. Take any tension out of your neck. Relax your chin and your jaw, your cheeks and your eyes, the muscles around your eyes, your forehead. Let your face go slack. Relax your scalp and breathe. And as you breathe out, let every muscle in your body go soft. I want you to imagine there's an escalator in front of you, and you step onto the escalator, and it takes you up, 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 up past the treetops, up through the clouds, and as you look up, you see a beautiful white building. The escalator takes you up and stops you at the door of the white building, and you step off and walk into a white room where you sit down on a comfy white couch. As you sit, a line appears in front of you. Notice the color of the line. It's a vertical line coming straight down. Another line appears and the words in color I am appear. As you sit there looking at your colored I am, think of the goals you want to set and the aspirations you have. Your guide or angel or a family member may join you. I'll leave you there for a while and come back for you soon. It's time to come back now. Thank whoever was with you. Get up off your couch, walk back to the door, and step back on the escalator. The escalator will bring you down, 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 down through the clouds, down through the treetops, and back down to the seat that you're currently sitting in. Feel yourself coming back. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Have I got you back, people? With your writing on the wall, the color's important because if your color of your words was red, that's practical and powerful. So that could be a practical goal or something that you need to put a lot of energy into. If the color of your words was orange, that's creativity. Now, the orange is also about the divine feminine. So maybe for you, the orange is about self-care and it's about celebrating that divine feminine. Maybe you've had to, because of circumstances, work on male energy. So if it was orange, think about maybe the divine feminine or something creative that you want to do. If it was yellow, that tends to be emotional stuff. So if it's a goal that you're setting, that you need more joy, you need more happiness, you need some balance, maybe, think about that. If it was green, that's usually heart stuff, and that's about your passions. So think about that too. Yeah, Gail's saying magenta and green. The magenta and the green are both heart stuff. The blue is healing. So maybe there's an area of your life, maybe there's some forgiveness you need to do. The purple spirit. Maria has said brown. Brown is earth. Brown is about grounding. Brown is about, maybe you're up in the clouds, maybe your head's all scattered. It's grounding. Esther, black is power. Black is powerful. So I mean, if it's black, whatever it is that you choose to write or whatever it is that you're choosing, like that affirmation that I gave you, that's a really powerful affirmation. Words come quickly and easily. Black's fine, Shelley, there's nothing wrong with it being in black. Black's a statement. It's this is it and I'm going to do it. So it doesn't matter. Man, you had rainbows. Red and blue. Myrtle, for you, the red, that's that practical stuff, getting back onto your feet. But the blue is also healing. Does this make sense to you? Yeah. Because if you think about your chakras and you think about the meaning of the colors, because we've done meanings of the colors, I just think you really, really need to spend some time. If you did get a message, write down either what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, or what you were given. And I think you're going to have to sit down and play with the words. So it's about maybe, where do I feel I don't have a lot of confidence? Where do I feel I need to expand my skills? Even if you know you've got the skills, it's that with Esther in her writing. The affirmation, I am a prolific writer. It's I can do this. If you think you can't, you're probably right. It's I can do this. So it's really, really important that you tailor it to exactly what you need. Kerrie, you're prolifically writing. Tell me what you got.
I am prolifically writing. However, what I got, sometimes the simpler the wording, the better. And you know me, I'm wordy, right? So I tend to try and play with that. So what I've written is wordy. I need to bring it back to something simpler, because the idea is, one, you memorize it. Two, you say it every day, right? And anytime you start that negative self-talk throughout a day, you counter it with it, right? You stop that self-talk and you recite your affirmation, right? So mine's a bit wordy, but I wrote my color, the vertical line was light blue, and the writing was purple. Okay, so blues in your communications and healing, and purple for obvious reasons. I wrote, I'm a natural healer and spiritual mentor that meets people where they are, allowing them to expand their understanding to progress in their journey of purpose and discovery.
So if you're going to write that much,
So
you
I've
need
got
to
to
stick it
cut
on the
it
bathroom.
down.
Well, stick it on the bathroom mirror so that
Yeah.
when you're putting your makeup on, you can
Yeah.
read it.
But to use it through the day, I really need to cut it down.
Yeah.
And I guess there's three key elements for me in that. You know, it's the healing, and it's a mentorship role to
Yeah.
people to help lift them up, and meeting people where they're at. You know, it's where they are right now and being in that moment. So there's three key elements in that one, and it's just how I rewrite it now. So again, you can get those thoughts. This is what Annie was talking about. And then you might have to sit there and play with it to get it into something succinct, because you want to be able to memorize it. You want to be able to say it every single time. Anytime that negative thought, and I am phrases. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'll just have to rework it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, see, because you got your sword with the I am on it. Swords are, in my world, I don't know what they mean to you, but in my world, swords are about cutting ties with emotions that don't serve you anymore, with people that aren't serving you anymore, with anything that's not bringing you joy, you know.
A self-limiting belief.
Yes. Yeah.
Any self-limiting belief.
Because that's what this is about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because this is about empowering you, you know. And that 21 day challenge, I would say it in the morning and then do it again at nighttime. Now, for those of you, there's a few of you here that have every single morning, like there's a few of us that have done Katrina's stuff, and there's also some of us that have done Nate's stuff. So every single morning, I've got, like, it's Kerrie, she's got a prayer of protection. You all know mine. It's the I join all my Claires. So, and I do my points. I do that every single morning. So when you're saying your affirmations, you know Nate's diamond shape. Nate talked about this diamond. So what you do is you make this shape with your hands and you put it behind your back, and it's your diamond points. Now this connects you. Like every time I do it, my energy flips. I can feel the energy in me change. So if you're going to do it in the morning, do it. If you're in the shower, do it in the shower. I do it in the shower. So it's just join your points behind your back, diamond points, put them behind your back, and instantly I get tingles all the way up my spine. That connection to your angels. So if you can do that and do it. Now, the other thing, say it out loud.
Yes. 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 Sound. The power of sound vibration.
Yeah. Yeah.
In your own personal frequency, because it's your voice.
Yeah.
Nothing more powerful.
And feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just say, I am worthy. You've got to actually feel it and believe it. And that's why I really, really want you to make it personalized to you. You know, I think that's really, really, really important. Amanda, yes, you're a protector, but you also need protected, and you need to recognize that. You cannot be Joan of frickin' Arc. There's been one of them already. So
It didn't end well. Manna didn't end well.
like vulnerability is a superpower, an
Yep.
absolute superpower.
Mhm.
And Gail has just kicked in and said the angels work with the spoken word. If you're talking to your angels, talk out loud.
Mhm.
So I would say play with it,
Mhm.
and come up with your thing.
Yes.
And then do you? Oh, my dream is shattered.
Of course, you're a protector. We know
I know
that.
you're a protector, my darling, but you sometimes need protected. You
Yeah.
know,
I am, I can, I will. Yes, Marie.
yes,
But that I am is such a powerful one for affirmations. So for the 21-day challenge that we're asking you all to do is to, as Annie said, after tonight's live, maybe just give yourself a few minutes to think about what it is, what that affirmation is. And then every morning, and if you can memorize it, even better, look at yourself in the mirror sometimes as you say it. I know Annie says she won't say I love you, but you can do an affirmation to yourself in the mirror, and you can even laugh at yourself while you're doing it, because laughter actually raises the energy as well. So that's all good. But if you can memorize it, even better. So anytime you have a negative self-talk, you counter it with the positive, and you do that for 21 days. But what we're asking is start with the I am. Right? For the 21-day challenge, use the I am. Yeah.
and positive words after it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your mission, should you choose to accept it. That's your mission for the next 3 weeks. We will be back in a couple of weeks. Our next live is a full reading show.
Yes. AJ, we need to ask you about your
Yeah, you're on it, AJ. Sorry.
You're on it.
Just saying. Miss
Yeah,
Protector.
you're on
You
it.
come and protect us, my darling.
Yeah, so should I ask everyone who's going to take our 21-day challenge? Because honestly, rewire your brain by using your affirmations, rewire your thinking. You can change your life because
Yes.
you're changing the vibration that you're sitting in. And
Rightio
it is
then.
21 days. Rightio then. I mean,
She's in. What we doing, Kerrie? 3 cards?
Yep. Excellent. Sandy's in.
Yay.
Myrtle's in. Awesome. We're going to check in with you over the
God.
next few weeks and see how you're going.
Oh my
Marie will
God.
try. I'm going to send you a reminder every day, Marie. Have you done your affirmation today? Wendy's in. Fiona's in. Awesome.
Kerrie, I've got new cards.
Have you? Where did you get those?
I
How
found
do I
them.
not know about this?
I go to these psychotic fairs, and these ones, I've got 3, and I'm going to read them one after the other, and then we'll get to you, okay? Listen to this. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything you have achieved so far. It's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. These are messages from Spirit.
That's beautiful.
Take some time to rest and rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself with the changes that are coming your way. They are all positive. Bigger and better things are coming for you. Just relax and trust. Thank you, Jesus. That couldn't, there's a whole pack of these suckers. There's 72 of them.
That's
And that
amazing.
couldn't have been any clearer.
They're
Go,
beautiful.
They are.
That's That's beautiful. Well, look, I'm not surprised that they're going to stay along those same
Of course they
themes.
will.
Because the first one that I pulled was this one, which is these are the 7 energies cards, guys. Endless possibilities. And this is
Whoa.
about letting that light in, you know. So with what Annie just said then too, like, don't put your limits on this, right? Just get rid of the limiting beliefs, right? So that we're moving towards these endless possibilities. So that's what we can achieve with these affirmations. Call the muse. What sparks you? And in this instance, what my guides are coming through with is they're saying, be your own muse, right? Be your own muse. What is it that you really love and admire about yourself? Give yourself that pat on the back, that achievement, and use that affirmation to amplify that energy within you, so you can stay better aligned. So they're saying, be your own muse, right? That sparks things. And the third one that came out is birds of a feather. Now, interestingly, right, of course, when you're in this energy and you're using your affirmations, what do you attract in? Right? Those that are giving you that next opportunity, that next bit of information where you need to go. So I just love it because it just matched in beautifully with what you were
Yep.
saying as well,
Yep.
Annie.
I mean, it's
And
just
again, and again with just what we did. Yeah. Everything
magic,
we talked about tonight.
magic, magic, magic. I love my
Yeah.
cards. They're my babies. They're my security blanket, and they're my babies. I just adore them. I amuse
Wendy,
myself
I
all
love
the
you.
time. You're awesome, Wend.
I love that. I love that.
On that
Oh,
note, we might say goodbye.
I know. I was thinking time goes by so quickly when we're all together. But thank you all so much for coming and joining us. Please spread the word about the 21-day challenge. People can go back and catch this video either through the Angel Feathers Facebook page, or you'll also find it on the Angel Feathers Spiritual Sanctuary and School, I think we called it, on YouTube, because, you know, I love those big long names. But you find sometimes our past live streams and everything easier on there. If you do go into our YouTube, please leave a comment. Please give it a like. Please subscribe. Really helps everything there. Share it because so many people would benefit from this, particularly now. Don't know, in the last week, the Schumann resonance has just been off the charts. So those sensitive to energy, if you're feeling restless at the moment, hyped up energy and then totally drained, Schumann resonance can have a lot to do with that. Use your grounding. And of course, use these affirmations, and please let us know in the chat group.
Yeah, please.
How
It's
you
nice,
going?
to get feedback.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice to get feedback. If you get stuck, send us a message.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a million words, send it to Kerrie. And if you want if you want to be told what to do, send it to me. one of
Although
us
my
one of us or both
affirmation
of
is
us
to meet you where you're at, right? I'm going to meet you where you're at.
one of us will come up with something for you.
Yeah.
So if you get stuck, because
Mm-hmm.
like words are my thing. Yeah, I love words. They've
Yeah.
always been my thing. So yeah.
And Annie mentioned earlier about the point that Nate took us through. He took us through that at the Cedar Creek retreat with the angel point. I do know he's not on here tonight. As I said, he's at rehearsals. But I know that he's working on a whole series of those angel workshops. So if you're interested in learning more about that side of it as well and those alignment connections, keep your eye on his site. When am I writing my book? Oh, Esther. Can I tell this story, Annie? Annie and I were on the phone, and I was telling him today, my guides aren't talking to me because they're annoyed with me at the moment. And all they keep saying is, why will we give you more information when you have got And actually I brought them all in, right? Notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and notebooks. And oh, look, even more notebooks full of stuff that they've already given me, that they've already written and said I've never done anything with. So it's funny you ask that, because they've told me to type it all up. And I said to Annie, my frustration with that is I pick up whatever notebook's nearest to me, but it doesn't mean it's in the themes. So I'm going to have to do it in stages and then go back to the theme when I find something in another notebook. So, yeah, it's time to put it all together in a book. So,
Yeah.
Esther, maybe I have a couple of years' grace of being told every reading show that I need to finish the book.
I got a reading today because I was at the psychotic fair, and I was told I need to write a book as well. And that's about the 15 millionth person that said that to me. And I've got my title.
Mm-hmm.
Kerrie, what's the title of my book?
The title of Annie's book is So.
I am a woman of few words.
Just so, ... Because all of Annie's stories start with so.
So, this happened.
So, yeah, we've both got to get some writing done. Although what we do need to do is we're so focused also on our school as well, being the little perfectionists that we are with our education stuff. That's the other thing that we've got to put the rubber stamp on and get out to everybody.
I've nearly finished it, Kerrie.
Yeah.
Because I've got to keep waiting on you.
Yeah.
I just did it. I thought, I'll make this up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll edit and format. It's all good.
You can
It's
fix
all
it for
good.
me. I just thought, I'll do this. Then I'll send it to you. She'll go, what is this shit? Let me sort this. But that's
So,
how you do.
We've both got lots of writing to do.
And finish it off with off you go with love and light. Off you go. Yes, our book is already there. So no wonder the blooming guides won't give it any more.
That's it. So it's sort of like, listen, write what we've given you, will you?
We will see you all in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much for being with us. We love having you with us. It means so much to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you in a fortnight with Miss AJ. Yep,
we will. We'll see you then. Good night.
Bye, y'all. Off your paw.